Hello, my name is Mackenzie Shanahan and I am a graduate student at the University of Buffalo. I am in the Advanced Standing School of Social Work program. I have created a presentation called How To Guide for Creating a Virtual Office. This presentation can be extremely valuable to all mental health professionals. Specifically, a virtual office can be valuable to social workers who are now working remotely. As we all know, for almost the past year now, we have been a part of a widespread pandemic called the coronavirus or COVID 19. This virus has caused each and every one of us to experience some sort of change, transition, difficulties, struggles, and more. Many of us live each and every day off of a daily routine. These routines, per se, have changed tremendously over time. This pandemic has caused a lot of stress for many individuals. Fear and anxiety can be extremely stressful for many people. Not knowing anything about a new disease or what could happen can be very overwhelming for all people. The unknown is very hard for individuals to deal with and handle. Much stress and anxiety is caused by not having control over certain aspects and things in our lives. The coronavirus, we have absolutely no control over it. We do not know when it will go away. We do not know when things will go back to the way things were or if they ever will. But it is extremely important to stay positive. Social distancing can cause people to feel isolated and lonely. We have been having to social distance for almost more than 10 months now. This has caused extremely high levels of stress and anxiety for a lot of people. Stress during difficult times, especially an event like COVID 19, can cause a lot of anxiety. It is so important to care for yourself and to care for your body. Self care really is so important to implement in your daily routine. It allows you to recognize the changes that are happening in your mind and in your body. In order to reinforce and implement wellness, it is essential to make changes within your lifestyle. During these past 10 months, each and every one of us have had to adjust to a new normal. A lot of us may not even know what that exactly looks like right now. When our normal is no longer working, that is when it is time to find a new normal. We need to find strategies and different ways to keep living our lives each day. Many social workers have had no choice but to transition from in person services to telehealth, otherwise known as providing services remotely. Working from the home environment has taken on a whole new meaning. Social workers are now tasked with creating online lessons and activities, figuring out different ways to interact and support their students and clients in the best way possible. The new normal for social workers and other mental health professionals is working in a digital setting. Social workers have transitioned to a remote setting in order to continue services. Providing virtual support during an event like the coronavirus can be a great way to help individuals of all ages. It is so important to find alternative ways to provide services because individuals are experiencing increased levels of stress and anxiety. In order to provide virtual support, it is essential as social workers to make the transition feel caring, supportive, positive, and individualized for all clients. Communication is the process by which thoughts or feelings are conveyed, either verbally, non-verbally, or virtually, across different persons, groups, or systems. We as individuals depend on communication in every aspect of our lives, from our relationships with family and friends to our success in the workplace. Communication is the essential part of the helping process. There is a tremendous effect on the people and individuals involved in communication. Communication helps to build a relationship between the social worker and the client. Effective communication also involves active listening skills, body language and gestures, being in control of emotions, and engaging virtually. It is important in the social work practice to build trust and rapport with clients in order to be an effective and successful social worker. For all social workers, it is critical to implement communication skills within our practice. Some of these communication skills include active listening, which is actively making connections with what the speaker is saying or rephrasing what the client says. The use of nonverbal cues such as eye contact, facial expressions, tone of voice, or gestures, which can make the client feel comfortable. Using empathy, which is the ability to understand the client. It is important for the client to know that you understand what they are telling you and have an understanding of what they are going through or experiencing. Clarity. It's important to get your point across when working with a client. Soothing. If a client seems angry or upset, it is okay to be silent for a moment and to let the client speak when they are ready. These are all important interpersonal skills to implement within the social work practice. A virtual office can contain links to self-care practices or other helpful activities, mindful activities or yoga lessons. If you are working with a group of students, there could be a whiteboard with weekly prompts or assignment recommendations. A virtual office can also contain links to Calendly to schedule appointments with social workers, links to various resources related to mental health and therapy. Many people think that a virtual office or a Google Classroom is only useful in a school setting for teachers and school social workers. However, a virtual office really can be extremely valuable to any social worker in the field. Distance learning and teletherapy has become the new normal. It has become the new way of communicating with others. School social workers, teachers, school counselors, therapists, licensed social workers, and other mental health professionals can use a virtual office or a Google Classroom to continue providing help and support to individuals who are struggling. This allows support for the social emotional well being of all students and clients of all different ages. A virtual office is extremely valuable to all mental health professionals because it is a safe place, an engaging and comforting environment for all students and clients to learn, grow, and for them to continue to get the help in which they need. There are many ways in which a virtual office or a Google Classroom can specifically serve clients. It will serve clients by providing a continuation of counseling and therapy sessions in a remote way. Some clients actually find it easier to discuss personal topics virtually. There seems to be a lot of pressure for individuals when they are face to face with another person. A virtual office allows for virtual communication, which encourages students and clients to express themselves more clearly. Research has shown that a virtual office removes the stigma of being seen walking into the school social worker's office, a therapist's house, an agency, or into any mental health or therapeutic setting. It is unfortunate that many individuals feel ashamed, uncomfortable, and embarrassed to be seen in any of these settings. That is why it is so important to keep normalizing mental health issues in today's society to end the stigma. A virtual office can also train social workers in many different ways. It can train social workers by providing mental health services in a different way. This will broaden their knowledge and skills on the ways in which they will provide counseling and mental health services. Social work practice can vary when treating clients in person and remotely. Therefore, a virtual office can train social workers how to not only be successful in their practice when face to face, but also remotely. A virtual office can train social workers to be digitally organized and to learn more skills as to how to efficiently communicate virtually. Mental health professionals will learn how to provide videos, activities, and lessons to help clients and students work on their coping and calming strategies. So, why do you think you should create a virtual office? Well, you can create your own personalized, safe, and comfortable space for all of your clients or students. It is easily accessible and easy to navigate for you and your clients. A virtual office is extremely effective and provides efficient communication tools. This allows us to be more creative than ever before. You have the power and opportunity to create your own office with lessons, resources, activities, coping strategies, and much more. And most importantly, a virtual office allows us as social workers and mental health professionals to collaborate with the outside world in a virtual way. Here is an example of my virtual office that I created myself. This is the first page that welcomes the clients into your safe space. Here is a great video to help you set up a virtual office of your own.